All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between ToD versus Shadai. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. Let's go ahead and just trying to adjust my microphone, get everything back into position. ToD spawning over here on the top right-hand side of the map as the blue human player. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we have Shadai spawning as the pink undead. Let's see what's going to really be happening in this 1v1 matchup. This game, a couple of weeks old. I think it was played back in the later section of March, around the third or fourth week of March, ESL Open 8. And well, some people told me that I really had to cast this game. So if you guys have seen it already, well, you can't spoil it for me because no one's on Twitch, and well, you can't spoil it if it's on YouTube. So let's see what's going to be going down in this matchup. We are looking at a pretty standard opening from ToD spawning over here on the top right hand side. We'll see if it is going to be an Archmage or not. Yep, it is going to be that standard Archmage opening. You can see double farms as well, so it looks like ToD hasn't really tipped his hand in terms of what type of strategy he will be going for yet. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, Tomb of Relics, Ziggurat, not Death Knight. It is going to be a Dreadlord. So a Dreadlord first coming out. And you got to remember, this was back when that Dreadlord first strategy was just hitting its full stride. People were really trying to go for that Dreadlord fast expansion. And well, the problem or the difficulties with the Dreadlord fast expansion that human players often had to deal with was the fact that the Dreadlord could easily sleep your hero. And that sounds like an obvious duh, but by the Dreadlord easily sleeping your hero, the ghouls would be able to easily surround and then perhaps just try and take down that Archmage. What ended up happening was that you'd use a Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away, and that's exactly what the Undead wants anyways. The Undead wants the ability to try and set up that expansion in peace. ToD picking up a Circlet of Nobility as he's moving on his way over. Dreadlord going to pick up a Rod of Necromancy, Sacrificial Skull, not selling that Scroll of Town Portal. Nope, he does sell that Scroll of Town Portal and is now making its way off over here. There is one lone footman here to keep track of everything that's going on. Dreadlord is right there. There is an Acolyte, and this is what ToD wanted to know. He needed to know if his opponent was going to be trying to go for a fast expansion. Scout sees it all. There is the sleep onto the Ogre Magi as the footman is now coming across here. Archmage quickly makes its way over, and this one lone footman, purposely waking up the creeps, trying to get in some extra damage, as the Dreadlord Archmage going to try and, stay close to his friends in order to escape. Ensnare is now going down as well, and this is a textbook play by ToD on at least how to get punish your opponent if he is trying for that fast expansion. Archmage drops another Water Elemental there. Water Elementals could try and fight back once more. There is a sleep. One footman staying close by. Archmage gets woken up with the gentle end of a sword, only to see, that same footman who heroically attacked his hero getting taken down. All right, back on the other side here, Archmage going to try and escape away. Dreadlord, not quite enough mana as the units are now making their way back. Water Elemental is still in position. Double Footman Archmage. Is it going to try and pick up a Staff of Teleportation? Yes, it is. Boots of Speed now going to be making its way back down as well. Are we going to see some more sleeping? That is the question. The Water Elemental could have tried to engage, getting a little bit more damage again. As you can see, the Water Elemental has that slower movement speed, so it could actually try and stay closer to the battle for a little while longer. Second Water Elemental now dropped in, and the pressure is heavy. It looks like this one particular strategy is going to be harassed constantly, as the footmen now trying to get some damage onto those ghouls, as the Ogre Magi still just pummeling away. Low hit point ghoul down to 68 hit points, and Ogre Magi may do the work that ToD wants it to do. Let's take a look. One more shot should do it. There it goes. Takes down another ghoul indeed. And Shadai is, actually suffering quite a bit of damage here. Let's take a look. Who's going to get the last shot off? Oh, nope. There it goes. Shadai getting that last shot, and then the Archmage gonna end up getting forced to Staff of Teleportation out. Oh, a second sleep being used. The Dreadlord able to use that second sleep because of the extra mana from leveling up on that Ogre Magi. And there you go, forcing that Scroll of Town Portal. During this time, though, a tech to tier 2 has already begun. You can see the same thing has happened for Shadai, well on its way. And instead of going for fast expansions, I believe both sides are going to change their gameplay into, well, one base strategies. Footman gonna go after this Forest Troll High Priest. Damage gonna get added up here, but Inner Fire gonna be added to both of these other Forest Troll Trappers, increasing their damage and also increasing their resiliency, as they are now up to 5 armor. Alright, unit gonna get taken out pretty quickly here. It's gonna try and back away, but just perhaps wait until that Inner Fire is done. In comes a Forest Troll, gonna finish off this last unit right there. And then, well, sorry, Rifleman now finish off this Trapper. Back down to the south, Dreadlord sitting on a potion of replenishment. We're gonna go ahead and get to level 3. Has double rings of protection, already up to plus 6 armor now. Quickly sells those, though. And when you're in that situation, if your Dreadlord is taking a large amount of damage, something in your game plan is usually already going wrong some way, some shape, somehow. All right. Water Elemental going to be getting into that front position there. Militia now making their trek all the way across, as the Archmage wants to make sure it doesn't get attacked here. It doesn't want to get attacked. It wants that remaining mana as much as possible. Ogre Magi taking down this one Water Elemental. Going to do it rather quickly, as you're going to take a look. The Ogre Magi finally backing off. Militia there to take in some of that damage, as Claws of Attack +6 are added. Alright, another Water Elemental dropped in. That I am surprised about, except, well, perhaps it is going to try and engage out this mercenary camp. Mountain King Archmage going to go ahead and engage right here. Mountain King going to go ahead Stormbolt that Forest Troll High Priest, making sure it doesn't cast too much healing or Inner Fire along the backside. Water Elemental, well, taken down there. Meanwhile, this Water Elemental about to get taken out as well. Back on the south side, Shadai opening up, has an Ankh of Reincarnation, took out that Goblin Laboratory camp on the high side, and is still using this mass Dreadlord Ghoul strategy. Alright. Still fighting its way through. Ogre Magi gonna go ahead and get taken out, and as I thinking about it more and more, Shadai going for Dreadlord fast expansion while selling his Scroll of Town Portal, his standard MO anyways. So yeah, perhaps he knew what was going to be happening earlier on, or sorry, not knew what was going to happen, or ToD knew what was going to happen early on, as we now see a necropolis being thrown down off over here. Interesting. Building up an expansion, or at least a scouting location, to try and disrupt your opponent. This one Acolyte gonna absorb a whole bunch of damage. Is it actually gonna get taken down? No, it is not. As the Militia now make its way over, it is gonna cause a bit of delay for the fast expansion, as the Militia, well, comes back across here. Alright, Goblin, Zeppelin, Dreadlord, Ghoul with Sleep. That could be a problem. Mountain King has True Shot Aura for the Riflemen and these Priests, as we're moving out with this Goblin Zeppelin here. Militia not really going to be, or Peasant not going to really be able to do very much. And this Dreadlord Sleep strategy, well, is going to fall a little bit short. The Arcane Tower is already in position. In comes the Dreadlord, and those ghouls going to go ahead and drop back down, going after some of those units, with a Carrion Swarm going through as well. Dreadlord quickly picked up and then could be dropped back down. Mountain King going to try and make its way over, not able to Stormbolt that Goblin Zeppelin since it isn't a mechanical unit, well, causing a little bit of disruption there. Now, I don't imagine that this necropolis much more will come from it. It is just a major distraction, most likely, as we see a Ziggurat coming down here. Hi, how are you doing? I'm glad you can join us, as the, well, Ziggurat gonna suffer a little bit of pressure here. Footman doesn't really have a chance to make its way back out. Gonna try and double back around, but one ghoul is gonna get in front anyways. Nice to catch me casting. Well, I've cast pretty regularly during this time, since, well, ever since the shelter in place and my wife went back to work, which was last week. So that's the reason why I'm casting at this time in the morning. Now Shadai is looking at a very low amount of, well, a low supply here. No one actually hitting up to 50 supply. And, well, Shadai is actually going to try and expand off to the north here. Mountain King finishing off some easy units, and now going to be going after this Ogre Lord creep camp. Archmage going to get get to level 4 off of this. Mountain King will be just shy of level 4, as this Mountain King really needs to get some healing going. All right, one priest in the very far back going to go ahead and, well, try and heal up this Mountain King here. Nope, unable to get through and sneak through all of those spots right now. All right, there's that healing finally going down. Forest Troll, High Priest, Tome of Strength. What is the Staff of Teleportation? Mountain King gonna, well, where did it go? It was trying to teleport to somewhere else here. Ghoul is gonna get taken down. I thought the teleport would actually go through. Does not. Scout Tower needs to upgrade to a guard tower, so no more Goblin Zeppelin play, as the Mountain King now makes its way down here. Ziggurat sitting at 37/70. Little does he know Shadai is actually setting up an expansion over here on the top left. Nice jailbait with that fake teleport. Yeah, so I think, ToD, that's exactly what he did. He tried to teleport onto this one castle, making it look like it was a Scroll of Town portal, and then ended up, as soon as he saw Shadai go ahead and back out, said, you know what, I can cancel my teleport and everything is fine. Coming back through, Gargantuan Sea Turtle, Mountain King already at 4, has a Mana Stone for an item, so that Mountain King very strong, and now even adding in a Ring of Regeneration for a little bit of extra heal. Are we looking at a Paladin as well? No, we are not as of yet. 50/54 supply, and this is still a problem. Acolytes actually mining at this top left expansion. Ghoul is now going to run in. Destroyer timing push coming across here, as Militia going to easily end up taking a lot of damage. Dreadlord is here as well, finally taking some damage as well, as you're going to take a look. Dreadlord's going after all of these units, and well, it looks like ToD is going to be in trouble. Going after the Arcane Towers now. The Dreadlord trying to purposely stay back as much as possible, as the Dreadlord, or the Destroyers, are just pretty much having their fill. Coming back across over here, Mountain King is getting to get slept at work as it tries to get away. Scroll of Town portal to head back. And if you know that you're going to be getting a good amount of experience, it looks like Shadai came out on top of that battle. 43 supply compared to 45, and that's with one Paladin now getting trained up too. We're now up to 3 Acolytes, almost up to full capacity off over there, with a 4th one being trained. Skeletal minions now making their move out across the map again, and the Destroyers are going to quickly spot, yeah, that there is no creeps there. ToD level 4 on both the Archmage and that Mountain King, with a Paladin to support. That Mountain King is going to really make it difficult for those ghouls to really do anything. All right, there is a quick sleep onto the Mountain King, but the Storm Bolt was already cast. The bolt was already thrown, as the Mountain King quickly gets back up to, well, 300 mana. All right, Water Elemental here spots this currently going on. Only 4 Acolytes mining away. Meanwhile, Mountain King going to get slept again, as units are a bit out of position. What is going to happen here? Mountain King is going to try to go after this Obsidian statue. There's that sleep once more to save units, but that Mountain King, extremely scary, as it's able to throw down a Stormbolt and pretty much almost nearly kill many of these units. Ghouls in particular, which, well, eventually will whittle away. Archmage plus 15 attack, True Shot Aura, really beneficial. ToD should be upgrading the weapon attack here soon, as we finally see full saturation coming down. Water Elemental getting some damage onto this Acolyte here. And if you told me Shadai was going to go get an expansion up and running against ToD, but it was going to be at his opponent's starting expansion location, I would have wondered what sequence of events actually allowed that to happen. Dreadlord sitting at level 5. We could be getting to level 6. Militia is in position, scouts out another haunted gold mine. And this is almost a game of Monopoly, folks. Shadai coming across the map, trying and really just taking up all of the properties and making it difficult for his opponent to do anything else. Stormbolts are still doing wonderful work to finish off many of these ghouls, but the Destroyers at some point are going to have diminishing returns. The Riflemen are not going to be able to really allow a massing of Destroyers, since the Riflemen are now so much stronger, and we are Well, did this expansion pay for itself? 350 there. Yep, it did end up paying for itself, but it is going to give a bit of gold to his opponent. No unsummoning going on either, as the destroyers are now dropping in. Carrion Swarm racing on through. Let's take a look. More damage coming across either which way. There's the Scroll of Town Portal heading back the other way. Destroyers. Oh, one destroyer going to get shot down. And, well, a little bit too much of a loss for Shadai right there. Shadai. Well, Acolyte's now getting trained back up again. Let's take a look. Mountain King going to make its way back over. Is that one Acolyte going to be able to even get 75 gold? We'll take a look and see. It does take quite a bit of time. 2 gold a second, pretty much. So it needs to mine for, what is that, about a minute, as another Staff of Teleportation coming across Acolyte or Mountain King, getting away from all of that action again. Meanwhile, we are looking at the Dreadlord just continuing to repeat this strategy over and over. There's a Devour Magic as the Dreadlord. It looked like the animation to actually pull back didn't really come through, and there's another Staff of Teleportation coming in. Mountain King going after some of those skeletal minions. Rifleman purposely being left behind in order to finish off some of those ghouls again. All right. Water Elemental looks to finish off this haunted gold mine. Meanwhile, this gold mine off to the north has ended up falling as well, as we're looking at the Dreadlord now perhaps trying to protect some of these expansions again. Are the Acolytes actually going to go ahead and repair Water Elemental? Let's take a look. Oh, ToD does end up giving level 6 to that Dreadlord. Finishes off a ghoul, but that is not going to be it. Have you ever thought about streaming a live game? I mean, a game where you play? I have done that. My skills are just not high enough, really, for it to be that entertaining. I'm not very good at talking while playing. There's a lot of things to go on, as we're going to take a look. Well, in comes the Dreadlord Obsidian statues, as the Dreadlord is going to call down an Inferno. There it goes, and so much damage coming across already. Dreadlord losing quite a bit of mana. Are we going to see where are all of those units going? Heading back off to the north there, as the Goblin Zeppelin is picked up. Let's take a look. Also picking up that Infernal into that Goblin Zeppelin. Still, we're seeing ToD and Shadai both sitting at one base each, with about 6.5 minutes of mining left. Acolyte, well, getting on the wrong end of a cudgel, as the Zeppelin still wandering around here. Rifleman, ToD just constantly responding to all of this harassment. 50 over 60 supply, going up against 47 over 70, but we are now transitioning into abominations and abominations. All right, so mass abominations gonna become the new standard as we take a look. Wow, this haunted gold mine down to 34 health. Water Elemental just gonna make its way over and kind of spit up on that haunted gold mine to take it down. It was gonna take 2 or 3 spit ups. 1, 2, 3, 4 spit ups. All right, down to 3 hit points right there. All right, forgot about the native armor in addition to the fortified armor of those haunted gold mines. What is the 5 armor? Coming back through, we are looking at Archmage still wandering around. Archmage has been sitting at level 5 for it seems like a very long time. Paladin is at 4, or sorry, Mountain King is at 4, almost at 5. Paladin is at once. The game and this overall strategy could change very dramatically, as we're going to take a look. Dreadlord could actually take down a number of peasants here if it just stood close enough. There is a level 2 on the Paladin. Scroll of Town Portal finally being used. Obsidian statue. There goes another peasant. There goes another peasant as well, pulling them back off, but all ToD needs to do is just train them back up again. It looks like a Goblin Shredder was hired at one point, but it was eventually lost again. Also, ToD has been having a large problem not only with his gold, but also with his lumber. You can take a look at how much lumber has cleared out for Shadai compared to ToD. As more ziggurats are getting added into play, it looks like one abomination actually getting stuck off over there, needing to make its way out, and now going for, well, a Crypt Lord as a second hero. So Dreadlord into Crypt Lord, as we're looking at the Infernal just making its way back over. Rifleman going to be trying to get in some damage as well. You can take a look at that. Damage is pretty much free at this point, as that Infernal is going to end up falling. Meanwhile, what is happening here? Both sides creeping very close to each other at the same time, and this this destroyer really wants to start devouring magic. Should really be able to devour some of the magic here and regenerate some of those precious hit points. There goes another carry-on swarm. I was surprised that the inner fire was not removed, only that bloodlust, as we see the meat wagon getting in some damage here. All right, this is going to be scary. There is a sleep Dreadlord joining in on the fight, taking down that last unit. Are we just going to see a Scroll of Town Portal to get away, picking up that, drop a water elemental, and everyone gets out of there. All right. Obsidian statue needs to be repaired. Abominations need to be joined up with the rest of the group. 63 over 80 supply. Again, one scout farm off on the far side. Mountain King sitting at level 4. Could get to level 5. Does get to level 5 as the Paladin now tries to get to level 3. All right, level 3 on that Paladin is going to open up a lot of healing opportunities for ToD, and it is going to be a 5-5-3 soon, going up against currently what is a 6-2, soon to be a 6-3, I expect. There you go, getting up to level 3, War Song, Battle Drums, and a Belt of Giant Strength. Two very, very powerful items for that Crypt Lord, as the Crypt Lord is often a tanky frontline unit. All right, Mountain King could have a little bit of problems right there. We're going to see an Impale. There is a Thunderclap, and, well, that was felt heavily. Meanwhile, Mountain King could be in trouble. Holy Light, there's another Thunderclap, and that's the problems with trying to keep a Dreadlord or surround a Mountain King, but the Mountain King actually a little bit too far away from home, sleeping on the job as the Mountain King now dives back over. Mountain King is going to try to get another Thunderclap right there. There it is. There is another quick Impale. The Crypt Lord realizes, I need to head back out. There could be a Holy Light trying to melt everything as the Abominations are now diving in across so many of those other units. All right, Mountain King going to get healed back up by 400 hit points. Infernal is still trying to push their way through to the back, but a Scroll of Healing used to offset much of the disease cloud and that Infernal's AoE damage. Destroyer still dancing back and forth. There goes another Impale again, as the Crypt Lord is still trying to dance and dodge away constantly. All right, are we going to see the death of a Water Elemental? No, we are not, as we are still looking at the units still fighting their way through. Dreadlord is sitting here watching his army fall, and all he can really do is leave right now, as the meat wagons were trying to get some damage back onto that back line. All right, ToD completely now in control of this battle, finishing off many of the other remaining units here. Infernal could get taken down. There it goes again. Meanwhile, Dreadlord sitting at level 6, Crypt Lord sitting at level 3, as we're looking at the 5-5-3 heroes still run around the map. One important thing to note, Archmage does have Staff of Sanctuary in order to save up some of those units. Meanwhile, all Abominations, this is going to be a meet and greet right here, trying to pick up as much damage as we can, push, or invulnerability being used. Scroll of Town Portal now in order to get away. Mountain King and a Holy Light, and almost finish off an Abomination. Down to 7 hit points. Timed strategy right there to try and get that Abomination down. 7 hit points, not quite enough, as that would have been a big play again. All right, let's take a look. Infernal still, well, going after some of these units again, was trying to go after this one Rifleman, realizes, you know what, I cannot take down the Archmage of ToD. As well, Staff of Sanctuary is being used, and as soon as you use it once to save up a Rifleman or a Knight, you've pretty much already paid for itself. Since those units were such low hit points, you can take a look. That disease cloud still under effect there, and getting up a fresh, brand new Rifleman while those Staffs of Sanctuary are out of combat, but still using their cooldown very effectively. Now, what is going on here? We're at 46 over 50 supply. We are still on one base each for both of these players after 24 minutes, and the main gold mines of ToD has already mined out. If you remember, there was a lot of harassment in ToD's base, making it very difficult, to for him to continuously mine. That's the reason why his gold mine is still up. But with that said, what really can be done here? Acolytes need to haunt another gold mine and force an engagement somewhere. Army supply is of big importance right now. 49 over 60 compared to 46 over 50. Why doesn't ToD go for an abominations counters such as Griffin? At this point, that first Griffin is very, very expensive. Being able to set up the Griffin aviary and then also going for training up that first Griffin, it is a bit expensive. Now, the large amount of abominations. Well, I think what ToD's thinking here is that the Mountain King followed by Rifleman should be enough. Focus fire should work out very well here. You're going to take a look. A lot of damage being absorbed there again, and there they go. They are going to be retreating. And I think ToD feels like he likes his chances with just Riflemen and Casters. The downside right now is he doesn't have actual upgrades for any of those Riflemen. Meanwhile, the Abominations are currently upgraded 1-1, and both have damage upgrades, Warsong Battle Drums compared to True Shot Aura. So that's really where it's going to be. Whether or not ToD can pick and choose his battle in a right spot. Let's pick and choose his battle in a right spot where some of the abominations are unable to engage while all of the riflemen are, since they are ranged units. There's no anti-air at all. Yep, that is true. There is no anti-air at all. And if perhaps ToD knew that graveyard was unsummoned, that may work. And the big issue could just be cash. Take a look at this. No mining is going on right now. ToD is actually trying to speed build that town hall, so he knows that he may be trying to attack while expanding, and that's how he wants to use his gold. Even if his attack, as long as it doesn't fall short completely, he will be in a better spot after this fight. He will have an expansion up while his opponent doesn't. So if you there was only a handful of gold to be had anyways, so he thought it better to try and go about it this route. 49 supply over 54. Water elementals are going to be in that frontline spot. Mountain King is pretty much saying, you know what, as long as I can set up my expansion before you can and have it established, I should be fine. Archmage, Staff of Sanctuary, Paladin, well, the True Shot Aura is now on that Paladin here. Archmage is going to come across. There's a quick sleep onto that Mountain King there. It should be woken up. There's that Thunderclaps, and then a Scroll of Healing used across multiple units again. Mountain King may get slept one more, but that Mountain King going to try and get another big Thunderclap here. I'm waiting for it as the Crippler now gets up to level 4. Another Scroll of Healing used there, so that's where he was using all of his items, or all of his gold, slowing down all of these abominations in that frontline spot. As we see more Holy Lights coming here, we could be looking at a Stormbolt. There is another sleep right there. Paladin should be waking up that Mountain King, or giving it a Holy Light to try and heal back up. There's that Mountain King. It is now currently back out. Abomination gets Stormbolted again, and the Archmage seems to have an endless fountain of mana between the Brilliance Aura, between the Brilliance Aura and that Mana Stone. Paladin in that front line spot. You can see a little bit of reveals going down. A Peasant scouts that out. We are now mining away, and ToD is going to end up taking this. As ToD now pulls back. All right, there is the Archmage, Scroll of Town Portal, Stormbolt onto the Dreadlord, making sure that another Infernal is not called down. Mining is already happening, and with this, Shadai pretty much knows that he needs to force an engagement over here to try and stop his opponent. We are looking at 44 supply compared to 37. Forcing a battle away from Blight is not what Shadai really wants to do or see. Mountain King in that frontline spot. There's a sleep there. All right, there's a quick impale. Oh, getting caught in transit, taking down 2 riflemen, and all of a sudden ToD is in trouble. Archmage needs to get away. Mountain King just too far away to actually be woken up by anything else right there. Rifleman going to continue to engage here as we're looking at perhaps a Thunderclap or some more damage. There's a Holy Light trying to go after some of those Obsidian statues, and Shadai may have just caught ToD completely in a bad spot while in transit. Paladin now going after the Obsidian statue. Water Elemental about to get taken down. However, one Obsidian statue is about to get taken down. A second Obsidian statue could get taken down as well. The Destroyer down to 7 hit points. One more shot. There it goes. It gets taken down. So there was big losses on both sides. Mountain King still wandering around right here. Is going to try and perhaps make a big bit of a play as the abominations are going to disrupt a bit of that mining. All right, 38 supply. Inferno now makes its way over. 38 supply compared to 27 Shadai. A little bit behind, but in terms of supply, but a lot of that has to do with workers, as there are still workers up for ToD. All right, in Crippler trying to escape away. Paladin now escaping away as well. Perhaps this one unit. Oh, there's a Holy Light right there. Crippler down to 108 or 88 hit points. Archmage, does it have boots of speed? It does not. 1 or 2 more shots should finish off that Crippler, but unable to do exactly that. Holy Light is going to be saving as the Paladin still has a potion of lesser invulnerability. More riflemen coming in from the back. So this shows you that ToD's economy is still working hard to train up more units. Meanwhile, the Mountain King is in the back trying to finish off these last couple of units here as well. The Disease Cloud just dealing so much damage, trying to pull back units, pull them away. Is the Mountain King perhaps going to be able to get down a Thunderclap there, slow things down again? Yes, doing exactly that. Paladin now in a little bit of trouble. What is it going to try and do? Holy Light saving that one Mountain King again. Units are going to try and go back every which way. Stormbolt onto the Abomination, and we're going to see a little bit more damage onto that Abomination there. It's finally going to get taken down. Mountain King sitting at level 5. We could see another Abomination Stormbolt. There it goes. Another one falls. Another one bites the dust as the Mountain King is at 5 here. Archmage almost at 6. More peasants now need to continue to mine away as a Carrion Swarm Impale. Oh, nasty 1-2 combination, dealing so much damage. All right, Abomination is the third one about to get taken down. Yes, it will. Paladin still has a potion of lesser invulnerability, trying to duck and dive away. The Inferno seems to know that it needs to take down that Paladin, but is currently unable to do so, as that Paladin is now fighting its way through. Mountain King, is it going to be able to take down that Inferno? If it does, it will get up to level 6. There it goes, level 4 on the Paladin. And with that, the Mountain King looks like it's going to, well, re-gauge again. Mountain King perhaps going to Stormbolt down that Dreadlord. No, sleep, instantaneous. Archmage, well, waking up that Mountain King again as it was sleeping on the job. Stormbolt, Mountain King trying to catch up that distance. There's the Stormbolt, long distance delivery. Criplord taking quite a bit of damage. Holy Light, Thunderclap, follow up bash, but the Ankh of Reincarnation was quickly handed over to that Criplord for it to work a little bit better. However, another quick Stormbolt, Holy Light finishing it off. ToD end up taking that game. A number of lead changes right in the back, but ToD coming out on top once again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.